Hi guys, I thought I'd give you a quick tour of our evaporator for making maple syrup and the temporary shelter that we've put up. So come on and take a look. Okay, so here's the evaporator, and I'll give you a tour around the other side of it as well. But basically it's an old household furnace oil drum cut in half. So normally the thing would be up kind of like this. So cut in half and with some plates welded onto it and some stainless steel trays for boiling the maple sap in. Door opens up and inside we've got some fire bricks and a little ramp, and I'll show you a different angle, a little ramp at the back covered in sand so that the smoke will draw through here and then up through the chimney. And it works pretty efficiently. So it's been snowing a bit today, so there's a little bit of snow sitting in the pans, but just sort of to give you an idea of how this works. So the larger pan holds, I would say, about 40 gallons fairly comfortably, and we boil it in the larger pan as much as possible and then transfer into the smaller pan. Probably holds about I don't know, 8 or 10 gallons, and then that boils down until it's finished or fairly close to finished product, and then we pull it off. And so far we've been doing the final finishing in the house, but if the weather was clement, you could do it here as well. Most of our boiling sessions have been sort of in the evening, so it hasn't been terribly handy to do the final finishing here. But perhaps that will change as the weather improves. I'll pull these pans off and show you how the insides look. So with the pans removed, you can see some of the ash from a previous burn, and fire bricks up the sides just to try to retain as much heat in the burning area as possible. As we move further back, what I wound up doing, rather than having it deep all the way to the back and then the smoke trying to find its way out here, I had I guess this actually came off an old wood stove. This was a front door cover for an old wood stove that is no longer serviceable. So I pulled that off and sort of set that up as a ramp and covered it in sand so that we would insulate the steel a little bit and not warp it too much. And so basically the smoke from the burning section works its way along here and then into the chimney stack and up and out. And when the stove is burning nicely, when it's burning hot, there's almost no smoke produced. It's pretty neat, actually. It burns almost as cleanly, it seems, as some of the new environmentally friendly stoves, as long as I've got it going nice and hot. And you can see on the sides here where the area where the fire brick stops, that's where we're getting some of the paint coming off, and you can see where it's quite a bit hotter. So the fire bricks make a big difference. The steel seems to be fairly stable and probably wouldn't complain too much even without the fire bricks, but I think we'll burn through a lot less wood with them there. So see if we can get some shots for you of it boiling away. So in terms of the shelter, it's basically just constructed using just nothing but rope and roughly 15-foot beech poles that I cut out of the forest, and they needed to come down anyway because they were encroaching on some of our maple trees, and we wanted to remove some of the competition for our maple trees to sort of help with the sap and syrup production. So yeah, basically just an A-frame with the ends speared as best I can into the ground, and I've attached a few heavy logs to them as well, just to hopefully make it not blow away. And so far it's been pretty good. And really, the purpose of this is just to keep the snow and rain off us while we're working. And I've also hooked up a solar panel, battery, inverter, and some LED light bulbs, so it's quite nice actually to work in the evening. Lots of light and easy to see what we're doing.